Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. Today's video is all about sharing tips and tricks for hosting, for preparing your house for company and guests. We have our family coming to stay with us for the weekend, so I thought this would be the perfect time to share it. But if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and now let's get started in today's video. The first place we're going to start is outdoors. I feel like that's just as important as the inside. So Chase is going to be working on mowing the grass. It's nice to have it short. We can see even critters. If we're walking around, we're not getting itchy. Plus, I just feel like it looks so much nicer. I like to do this even if we're going to be indoors, but since we have 6 acres, we're outside a lot when we're hosting. We can go down to the pond and fish. We can do a bonfire. We can swim. So I just like to make sure it's nice and tidy. I also just want to know when people are walking up that like our walkway is nice and clean. So I like that it's edged and manicured. Like right here is just goals. I love the way it looks. And then here's like an after. I just love when our yard is short. I also wanted to let you know today's video is sponsored by Wayfair, but we're going to talk about them a little later. Now we're gonna move on and head inside, and this is kind of where I take over. Cleaning bathrooms is a must. If you don't do anything else, make sure those bathrooms are clean. So you're gonna see me just like wipe down the toilet, get it clean. But I just feel like this is so important if you're gonna have company or guests over into your home. I also like to scrub out our sink. I will say if you're staying on top of your routines, this isn't like a deep clean, it's just a quick tidy up. So I have about 5 bathrooms to hit in this house, but it really doesn't take long at all because I'm always maintaining them. Now, if you haven't cleaned your bathrooms in a while, it may take a little longer, so allow the time you need. But for me, it's just like a quick wipe down and then everything's ready to go. When you're cleaning those bathrooms, make sure you're checking like paper supply. Like, is there enough like toilet paper in there, paper towels, trash bags, whatever you need. Make sure they're stocked up, especially if people are staying with you a while. They're gonna go through more toilet paper than you're realizing when it's just your family, and you never wanna run out, especially like guests or company. So I always try to keep that stocked, and I just try to keep items in the bathroom that they may need, that they didn't plan for. So I just like making sure all of those things are ready to go. And then if you wanna be extra special, you can stamp your toilet paper, and I'm gonna show you how right here. Now we're gonna head back outside, but I do wanna thank Wayfair for sponsoring this part of today's video. If you're needing gift ideas for dad, Father's Day is just around the corner. I have some amazing finds for you from Wayfair, or if you're just really needing some good outdoor things for hosting. I feel like all of this worked really well for Chase for Father's Day gift, but it worked really well for hosting as well. And the first thing is this Blackstone. It made the best smash burgers we've ever eaten in our life. We hosted my entire family, and not one person didn't love them. Of course, you can do more than just burgers. You can do pancakes, bacon, chicken, steak, all the things, but I'm telling you, these were so easy and quick to make. I wish we would have had this sooner. So I feel like this is a perfect gift for dad, or just yourself if you're like the hosting house and you're going to be having people over for the summer. This is definitely a must. I feel like dads just love grilling, so this is perfect. I love that you can cook so quickly. Like, these were done within a few minutes, which is so nice. But it's just a good gift to supply your dad with like all the grilling essential he needs, and Wayfair's gonna have them. If you're looking for other items, like if you're looking for a small gift or a big gift, they definitely have it. But I'm telling you guys, this one was just a game changer. Plus, we can use it throughout the entire year. We can use it for hosting. I feel like it's one of those gifts your dad's gonna love, but everybody benefits from it. Here is how some of them turned out. The rest were eaten. Like every time I would bring a platter in, they were gone. They were delicious. But the next item we're going to talk about is this like golfing tarp or tent or net. Basically, my family loves golfing. My dad's golfed my entire life. Chase loves it. This was the perfect gift. Like, Chase loved it, but my dad loved it as well. My cousin came over and I found him. He was out there like by himself doing it. Like, he had snuck off. So I feel like just for any age, this is super nice to have. You can do it indoors if you have a building like Chase, but it's great for outdoors as well. So that's an option if your dad loves golfing. This was a hit. Like I said, my dad's golfed my entire life and he loved it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was this foosball table. It was another win. Like, I got to test out all these products on different age men and they all loved it. Plus, this is something kids can do when you have family over and you're entertaining. So I feel like it's a win-win. So don't forget to shop Wayfair for all your outdoor needs or for your dad. You can shop on wayfair.com or the app. And don't forget they have fast shipping. So if you're needing to get it before Father's Day, definitely check Wayfair out. Now we're gonna head back inside. Something you need to get done is all your laundry. All your laundry needs to be caught up, but that includes all your hand towels. You wanna make sure you're putting fresh hand towels out before everybody gets there. I also like to clean them as we go, like if people are staying through the weekend, like more than one night, but get all your laundry done. Make sure all the towels are done for your guests. Make sure your laundry's caught up. So if they need to use the washer and dryer, or if you're running like towels the whole time, like my house was full, my laundry was constantly going, but I never got to like our actual laundry once they were here. So I was so glad I had everything cleaned and ready to go for when they showed up, because I knew for the next couple days I wasn't gonna be able to touch it. And make sure you take the time to put all of that laundry away before your company arrives. Okay, so while the washer and dryer are running, I paused them just so I could film this without it being loud. I also like to restock our drink fridge. So it looks like it's pretty full, but whoever's coming, I ask them their favorite drinks and I try to have those in here. Plus, this has to be completely full for this particular party I'm having, because one night we're gonna have 15 people over for dinner, and then a lot of the families are like staying here for the weekend. And so when you have that many people in your house, you go through a lot of drinks. So some of this won't all fit. I just want to have it as overflow, so as we go through water and go through different things, I can pull it out and restock it while they're here. But I'm gonna get as much in there to fit as possible. So I'm gonna work on that now. I know it looks like we have so many drinks, but I kid you not, we go through so much while we're here. When you have so many people in your house for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for several days, you're just gonna go through it. So I wanna make sure we're stocked. I even had this full, and a few days in, Savvy and I came in and cleared out everything. Like, this is my overflow cabinet right there that I'm putting stuff in. We pretty much cleared that out, and that is empty now, and it all had to go into the fridge just because we had so many people here. We were hosting for my mom's birthday party, so we had several parties happening on different days, and it was just so nice to know we had plenty of drinks and I never had to like stop or leave to go buy anything. I feel like paper products is really good to have when you're hosting. I know not everybody loves them, but for me, it's just easy when you're cooking several meals for several people. Like, our dishwasher was running nonstop, my sink's always full. It's just nice for like certain meals. We can just make it easy, and then we can throw everything in when we're done, so we're not constantly just like hand washing dishes. So for me, paper products are a must when we're hosting. FYI, while I'm doing this, I wanted to let you know I'm going to be doing a tour of our guest bedroom and bathroom and what I like to keep in those spaces. So just stay tuned. I'm giving you tips and tricks, but I also wanted to show you like a tour of how I set it up. So stay tuned for that. I really like having this drawer, especially when I'm hosting, because I feel like people are more likely to come in here and grab a snack or reheat leftovers if they're not gonna like dirty up a dish that they have to like wash or put in a dishwasher. I don't know, I feel like people get anxiety about that, but if they can just grab a disposable plate or bowl or whatever and throw it away, they will. Another little tip is I like keeping like plastic silverware and napkins in containers, any type of container you want, but that way when you're hosting and it's time for dessert or it's time to break out lunch or something and you need it, you can just set it on the counter, and then when you're done you just kind of like slide it back in the drawer. There's no like fuss with it. You just pull it out when you need it and then put it back in when you are finished. I touched on this a few minutes ago, but make sure all of your towels are clean. When you're having overnight guests, just get them all clean so you don't have to think about it for the first couple nights, and then after that you're gonna have to start getting them and re-washing them so they have clean towels. So like I keep a laundry basket in my guest bedroom, or my sister just knows to throw them in my washer and I'll start it in the evening. So just figure out a good system, but definitely make sure you're keeping those clean for your guests. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dust. I feel like that's very important. Make sure your house is clean. If people are coming to stay with you, they don't want to feel like it's icky or dirty, so I just make sure I clean and wipe down everything. When I'm cleaning, I like to clean by room. When I'm preparing for company, I feel like it's the easiest thing for me. That is totally up to you. If you want to like do everything at once, like clean all the windows at once and like all the bathrooms at once, or all the sinks, or you know, all the floors, do what works for you. For me personally, I like to go into a space and know I get everything clean, and I do this, you know, like right before people come, like even if it's just like a few days before, but I'll start shutting off rooms if we don't need them. So like I'll get the guest bedroom perfect, and then I turn off the light and I shut the door and people know not to go in there. And I'll do that with a few of our bathrooms. Since we have 5 bathrooms, we don't need to be using all of them. So I'll get like the guest ones and some of the powder bathrooms clean. I get them clean and I shut the door so they're ready to go, so I'm not worrying about it the night before, the day of, and I can focus on other things like floors. Floors you have to do like right before people come. They're not going to stay clean. So for me, that works really well if you have the option to do that. So I had peeled up this rug like a few days before this just to get really clean underneath it. And so I took the time to like stick it back down, but the joke was on me because my sister ended up bringing her dog, which I should have known he was coming, Maui. You guys have seen him in other videos. And so I had to peel this back up because we would put him in there occasionally, and he's still kind of a puppy, so I didn't want to leave the rug out. So I peeled that back up, but it's nice knowing this whole space is clean. I've got all the dog food bowls clean, everything underneath it, but here's how it looks. There's nothing better than like going into a space and it being perfect. And then I'm also going to show you how the fridge turned out, because I never showed you those clips when I was finished. I realized I never finished the floors in the powder bathroom, so I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum and mop and get this space done so I can turn off that light and shut this door and know it's gonna stay clean until company comes. And then I went ahead and added that clean hand towel. But something I like to do in guest bathrooms is keep paper towels in there as well, just in case they don't want to use a hand towel. I know those can be dirty and have a lot of germs. They have the option of using a paper towel, so I like to do that. But here is how it all turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that light off, shut the door, and it's gonna stay clean until company arrives, or that's at least the goal. This area I'm just gonna tidy up. It's basically our catch-all right here. We've also been in our storm shelter a whole lot, or like our storm room that we go to with tornadoes. Oklahoma is getting hit so hard this year. It's rough. Like they're hitting all around us, like really nearby towns. So that bag was like a lunch pail I keep bottled waters and stuff in, so we can just like grab it and head to the closet. But yeah, Oklahoma's having a hard time. So I'm just getting that cleaned up and then we'll move on to the next area. Another thing when I'm prepping for like guests or company, especially if they're staying the night like they are this weekend, is my fridge. So I go ahead and place a delivery order for food so I know what we're gonna eat for breakfast. If we're cooking dinner, if my brother-in-law is fixing dinner one night for us, I get his grocery list so I have everything in here. I try to get this somewhat organized so when other people are cooking they can find it, but you guys know, like, I'm just not good at organizing refrigerators. It's just not my thing. So I did the best I could in here, but I definitely make sure this is stocked with like snacks and stuff to cook, basics, tons of fruit. I've got fruit down here. This fruit I've already cleaned, cut up, diced. It's all ready to go. So like our teenagers can just grab it and eat. I did some meals we can just heat up if they get hungry or don't want to eat what we want to eat or when we eat. I also try to keep stuff for like sandwiches and just different options. So definitely if you're hosting, especially overnight or for the weekend and stuff like we are, make sure you have everything that you're gonna need food-wise. Now we're gonna go into my guest bedroom, which is pretty much always prepped and ready to go. I wanna know if someone calls and it's like, hey, I'm on my way, I need a place to sleep. It's like we're ready to go and I don't have to panic. So this is the guest bedroom. When people leave, I just clean the sheets and get everything done immediately so I don't have to worry about it when they are coming. I try to stay pretty stocked in here, so I have like books. I have reading glasses, so when my parents or Chase's parents come, flashlights, hair ties. These are like brand new, which most people have like AirPods now, but just in case, the remote. I always have chargers plugged in so they can charge their phone. Everyone in my family has Apple phones, so I don't have to worry about anything else. I have tons of pillows. I'll show you this side. There's lots of blankets on the bed, but I'd rather that, and then they can just kick off what they don't need. This one has a little less in it. Keep everything on the other side. The charger there as well. And then over here in the closet, I like to keep it empty. If you can't, just clean it out before they come. So just pull out whatever you need or can get out of there so they have spots to like hang their clothes. I have an extra fan in there, hangers, extra sheets, like a whole set just in case they need them, and like small, medium, and large pillows just depending on if we need more pillows, or my family really likes thin ones, so I always keep those around. But I just want to know everyone has like options. I also have like a stand for their suitcase, laundry basket so they can throw their towels or sheets in there, and then I'll deal with it when they leave. We also have like all these cubbies so they can put their shoes in, unpack, do what they need to. But this is the guest bedroom, and then I'll show you the bathroom that's attached right here. I really like being prepared in a guest bathroom. I want to know if they forget something or don't have time to pack. Whatever reason, I have what they need. So in here, mostly everything is right here. Like, I like to keep extra hand towels if they need them, toothbrushes, toothpaste, and then in this drawer, it's like razors, pimple patches, the gold iPads, because when you're vacationing, you need a break, cotton pads, swabs, all those things just that you might need that you forget and leave at home. And then down here, I try to keep extra hot tools. I do need to put a straightener in here. I think I have 2 in my room, so I need to bring it. But like heat protector, clip, blow dryer, all the things you need to get ready. Down here, it's not so much for them. It's just more cleaning stuff, which they might need. But yeah, I like having this all set up for them. And then if you look behind me right there in the mirror, this is like the shower area. So we do have like a door here so someone can get ready while someone's showering. And then I like to keep just extra items up here as well, just in case they need anything. And then I love having separate towels for guests. So I always know they're clean. I know they're ready to go. I'm not worried about them using ours, and we don't have enough. So it's just nice having guest towels. In my old house, we didn't have like a guest bathroom. It was like my daughter's bathroom. And so I just kept all the guest towels in the guest closet so they could grab them and take them with them, or I put them out on the counter, but we still always had separate towels for them. So they weren't using like Savvy's or our towels. Now I love to grab dog bedding. Do not forget to wash your pet's bedding if they have it in your house. You may not smell it, but your guest will. And it's really easy to do. So the small beds and blankets I can throw in. George's blanket, he's my golden doodle, is like a big bed. So I like to just keep a throw on it. So I can just take off the throw, wash it, and put it back on. It's way easier than like cleaning his actual bed and like unzipping it, taking the foam out. Just grab a blanket, throw it over it, and it'll make it way easier. And then the other thing I like to do is all of our throw blankets. I know that's crazy, but I will take several days to do this. So when company uses them, they all smell fresh and clean. Another little tip, which is kind of hard to show, but make sure your dishes are clean and just everything you need ready to go. If it's coffee mugs, make sure you're gonna have enough to get throughout the day. If it's silverware and you're hosting, think of like dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner and dessert. Just make sure you're gonna have what you need, because you definitely don't want to worry about it when people are there, because there's not much you can do about it. So just make sure everything's clean, ready to go, and you have enough of the items you're going to need. So for instance, we are a family of 3, but this is how many like sets of dishes I have. So these are like plates, the smaller plates, pasta bowls. Those are all pasta bowls. These are all normal bowls, kind of more like sauce bowls. But when people come over, sometimes I'm even worried if this is gonna be enough, because we host a lot. So like I said, just think of your numbers, count it out, make sure you're gonna have enough glasses or whatever it is. Forks can get tricky, because if they grab a new one for dessert, I always set out like plastic forks afterwards for dessert, just to make sure we have enough. But just like that, for a family of 3, you wouldn't think we need this many dishes, but we absolutely do. Now for us, we have a movie room and it gets used when company comes over, so I need to make sure our fridge in that room, it's like a mini fridge, has enough water and pop and drinks in it. And then I also picked up more candy and snacks just to refill it, because people are going to be here for the weekend. Even if we don't come in here and watch movies, people just know there's snacks and drinks, so they can come in here and grab what they want. So I'm just going to make sure all of that's restocked as well. Now here's a fun part. We're gonna turn Chase's office into a guest bedroom. We do have a guest bedroom, but we have multiple people coming, so we need another space. I don't use my office because I'm like the front window, it's bright, and my doors aren't privacy, they're glass. So we use Chase's. So the first thing I like to do is clean out his closet so people can put their bags. I add hangers in here, but I'm gonna pull all of this out and throw it in the garage so they can have a closet to store their items in. So this is what I mean by like clearing out a closet for your guests. So if you have a guest bedroom and they're just coming into an office like we're doing in this space, I try to clear it out so they can put their bags away. My mom always brings a lot of stuff. I put hangers so they can hang it up so it won't get wrinkly. They can put their shoes out. I just try to make space, and then I get it. Like there's all that stuff. I'll probably just throw it in another closet, like our closet or out in the garage. But it is nice just to like clear it out for your guest if you can. I removed like some of our tubs up there so they have spots for like shoes or jewelry or whatever they want to set there. Now it is time to get this room prepped. We got the closet done. Now we're gonna move his desk, which is so heavy, but we just kind of slide it back. Obviously we can't take it out of the space. It's huge, it's heavy. It has to stay, but I can at least move it out of the way, and then I'm gonna vacuum and just make sure everything's clean, and then we're gonna be putting up the air mattress. So stay tuned for that, because when this is done, it's not like the perfect guest bedroom, but it's gonna look really good. So the reason I love this air mattress, it airs up and deflates on its own. Like, there's a knob, which I think the majority of them have that now. But the other reason I love it is it has a headboard. So this isn't a flat wall. We have a window on this wall. So it's really nice to have the headboard so they can still lean up against it. I feel like air mattresses can get a little cold, so I like to put a thick comforter or quilt on it. Plus, I think it helps it get a little bit softer. If it's for kids, I just leave it like that. But if like adults are going to be using it, I like to go ahead and put a top sheet on it just to make it look a little bit nicer.
We do this every day, we do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize.
And then I like to add a throw blanket at the end, just in case they get chilly. It's summer, so they're probably not, but I feel like it just makes it look nicer and it makes it look like a nicer bed. So just taking a few little extra details, I feel like it makes this space look like an actual guest bedroom. I even added like fur pillows up there, and then I even add like faux tables to the side so they can like charge their phones, put drinks down. Like, one's an ottoman, one's a table from next to a chair. It is by no means perfect, but it's better. And then I also like to have a chair and a fan in the space as well. Something else that's important to do is to check your soaps. Make sure there's enough hand soap in them. I know this is something we probably forget to do when you don't want to run out, or if you don't have more refills, then you have like all this company and you don't have soap to wash your hands. So definitely make sure you have backup, and go ahead and make sure you fill those up so everything's ready to go. But now we're gonna do some power washing, because our outside is a mess from all of the pollen and all of the storms. Obviously this isn't something we do every time we're hosting, but since we're hosting a lot of family and we're going to be having a lot of parties, I want to get our back patio looking extra clean. It was so satisfying watching Chase power wash our windowsills like outside. Like, if you watch it, you can see how dark it had already gotten, just full of dirt. So it was really nice to get those clean. We also did our outdoor trash can. It was so dirty. No one wants to clean outdoor trash cans. I don't even like cleaning indoor trash cans. Plus, this one just has like a lot of grooves and texture and detail into it, and this was definitely the easiest way to do it. The last place he's gonna work on is our front porch. Make sure that space is tidy. That's gonna be the first thing they see as they walk up. Clean your door, clean the handle, maybe get a fresh mat or just shake it out, sweep it, just make sure it's ready to go. But that is it, guys. I hope you learned something new. I feel like I shared so many tips and tricks in this video. I also wanna thank Wayfair again for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to shop their app or on wayfair.com if you're looking for any outdoor or dad's gifts. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.